Hello guys and welcome to the tropical update for May 28th, 2020, and we are only 3.5 days away from the start of the Atlantic hurricane season, and so far we've already had two named storms, and this is what is left of the second tropical system that hit South Carolina yesterday. This is a post-tropical cyclone Bertha here, and has 25 mile per hour winds, 12 millibars. It is located 38.3 north and 80.8 west. Movement is north at 28 miles per hour, and the National Hurricane Center is not looking at this anymore. The Weather Prediction Center is. But yeah, this is probably the last you're going to hear me talk about it because it's no longer really a threat. The only thing that's going to be bringing is heavy rains to some areas, and probably 2 to 3 inches because it's moving so fast. You ain't gonna really notice the rainfall really. I mean, you're gonna notice, but you're not gonna notice it's gonna be a whole lot because it's moving so fast. Um, let's go take a look at the tropical weather discussion. I want to see if they notice anything with the Mid Atlantic system. What? 66 west, 15 knots. This is the. I think this is the system in the Mid Atlantic here, but it doesn't say like anything about it like forming into anything. Now this is they're talking about the Central American Gyre here, which is interesting because I'm going to show you guys in the model runs some very interesting features. We're not just going to take a look at one model run this time. We're going to take a look at 4 model runs. So that will be here in a few moments. Yeah, let's take a look at the GFS then here. This is initiated at 6C. So, let's see if the new run is out real quick here. Just bear with me while this loads up. Nope, doesn't look like it's out yet. So this is the 6C run, and there is the remnants of Bertha right in here. Then you can see this high dominating ridge of high pressure here. They call this the Bermuda High. That's really keeping these storms in check for the time being. And here's the little feature I'm looking at. Only a few people have really noticed this feature, and I see a lot of people sleep on this. NHC including, because they've been sleeping on both of the storms that have formed over the last like week and a half. So let's go out through time, and as you can see, it starts to congeal a little bit into something. Yeah, it's going to be short-lived, but I do believe that we will see at least the tropical depression or maybe a 40 mile per hour tropical storm out of that system. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys think this system will turn into anything, this little thing right here. I do believe, as I said, it'll probably be a 40 mile per hour tropical storm or a depression at the very least. Let's move forward. And as you can see, there is our Central American Gyre that is setting up. And this is as far as I'm going to go, because this is about 9 days out. And you can see this very interesting feature right here. Little bit later into the model one, that shows this really cranking up and becoming something major. Whether that happens, we're just gonna have to wait and find out. But yeah, this is not 9 days out. So it's time to start paying really close attention down here in the Southern Caribbean, because I could go out farther here, but I'm just gonna give you the scope of things with my cursor here. All right, so it pretty much goes like this, and then does a sharp left and goes right into Houston in day 16. But that is up to your imagination. We have this blocking high pressure that's going to stop it from going anywhere, really. But once this high pressure dies down a little bit, then that's when you're going to start seeing it move a little bit. Let's take a look at the euro and see what's going on with that. No, there you go. See, the euro 24 hours from now has a 1013 millibar tropical system out there in the mid-Atlantic. So it's still painting that picture of wanting to form something here in the mid-Atlantic. Let's go out through time. And there you go. 1012. Then it gets sucked into this frontal boundary. And then does a loop-de-loop kinda. The GFS shows the system coming in right in here, but the Euro shows the system coming here right here in the Gulf of Mexico with a 1006 millibar. Again, this is about 9 days out, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 10 days out. Excuse me. But even 10 days out, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. I'm just showing you guys this to show you guys what could happen. Not to put like any fear or tell you guys to, hey, worry about it, panic. I'm not that kind of guy, but I'm just showing you what the trends are for the future and what these models have been consistently popping up in the last week and a half is something forming in the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico. So it's just something to pay attention to, keep a close eye on, and I'll be having 2 video updates a day to keep you guys informed of this stuff. So let's move on to the Canadian model here. Oh, and I got it on the wrong region. North America. Alright, let's go forward. Yeah, even the CMC wants to cook up something here with this 1013 millibar low pressure system in the subtropics. So that's 3 models. That's 3 models now that have shown that. So the confidence of something brewing in the subtropics is increasing with every model that shows it popping up, and especially if it's 2 or 3 days away. Let's keep going. As all the other models, it has it being sucked up here. And what is this? This is new. This is new. And this is earlier than the GFS and the Euro models of something popping up in the Caribbean and Gulf. And let's see what happens with it. Yeah, 987 millibars is definitely a hurricane. And it shows it going right into the west coast of Florida at day 10. So with 3 models now showing a Gulf and Caribbean system, now it's really time to start paying attention, because now we're 3 for 3 on both systems. So got one more model I'm gonna look at, and that's the Icon. And once again, Icon showing that mid-Atlantic system as it moves along the ridge of high pressure. but it seems to die out right before it gets moved into the low pressure or the front there. And there is our Gulf system right in here at around day 7 or 8. 988 millibar hurricane, but it goes right into Mexico instead of going anywhere from the Gulf Coast of the United States and Florida. So I do like the icon a lot, but I don't know. I think I mostly use the GFS, so we'll just have to see which model run is correct on this system. But it looks like all the main models that I look at, has both systems forming at some point. All right, let's take a look at the visible satellite here, and I think this little burst of cloud cover right here is pretty interesting. Right here in the southern Caribbean. But I don't know where it's going. I think it's moving west, so it's going to be going overland. I just thought that burst of cloud cover and rain, it was pretty interesting. Now this is what I'm looking at right here. All the models have a chance of this forming at some point or another. We're just gonna have to wait and see here in the next day or two if the National Hurricane Center decides to say, hey, we're gonna give this a percentage and go from there. Now, this is the worrying thing for me. The National Hurricane Center pulled the trigger on Bertha literally 6 hours before it made landfall, so there was no time for preparations whatsoever for a 50-mile-per-hour system. And I really hope to God that the National Hurricane Center isn't going to pull this stunt, all season long, because that's just not good. You can't give people that little time to prepare for something. You just can't. But I do believe this will form into at least a tropical depression, if at most a 40-mile-per-hour tropical storm. Alright, let's look at the Eastern Pacific now. And this has changed since yesterday when I last talked about this. It now has a 40% chance to form over the next 2 days and an 80% chance in the next 5 days. And I do believe that within the next 2 days we'll have a tropical depression here. I don't think we're gonna have to wait the full 5 days for this. Just because I just have that feeling that 2 days from now we're gonna have this tropical depression here. Just call it a gut instinct. Now, I'm not gonna read all of that. If you want to pause the video and read that, you can. But let's move on to the GFS here. And this is what I'm talking about. There's the low pressure system right there, 1,008 millibars. That's literally 6 hours from now. Well, 6 hours from the time of this model run, anyways. So let's go out through time, and there is our low. The tropical storm Amanda. That's 995 millibars, and that's 5.5 days out. 132 hours. So let's go through time. Oh wait, it says nah, I'm not going inland, at least not yet. it strengthens to 967 millibars before making landfall somewhere in the southwest Mexico. So this is a pretty tricky storm. I like how it I like how it does a little juke there. It's like, should I go? Should I go? Should I go? And then it's like, psych. This is why I love tracking this stuff. You just never know what weather is gonna do. It doesn't look like we're gonna have to worry about. I don't know if we're gonna have to worry about Amanda crossing over it anymore, because I think we already have the Central American Gyre in place, and I think that you know, no matter if Amanda crosses over or not, we're probably going to get a tropical cyclone out of that Central American Gyre. Again, this is really far out. I'm just showing you guys what could happen. All right, let's one more thing before I get out of here until the evening. I'm just gonna take a look at the visible. We can see that a burst of showers and thunderstorms are trying to accumulate here, and this is why I think that in 2 days we'll probably have a tropical depression on our hands here. And as I said, you know, I don't know if this is going to be crossing over anymore or not. We're just going to have to wait and see if that happens or not. But, you know, yours truly is going to be keeping an eye on this for you guys every single hour of every single day. And give you guys, as I said, at least 2 update videos every day. One in the afternoon and one at around 10 or 11 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the evening update. Have a nice day.